Hey, you wanna hear a joke I heard the other day?
Yes.
Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Why is that?
'Cause 7, 8, 9.
But
But why was 10 scared?
I don't know.
'Cause he was in the middle of 9/11.
I would be terrified too. Grew up in a hard neighborhood or some things are bad and you finally made it out and you did something that not a lot of people have the opportunity.
I completely missed that actually.
Yeah.
Batista and Rey Mysterio. There's a couple of names. Alright.
Boo.
In my pants, there is a stain. Perhaps it's a pee spot. On Fridays and Saturdays, me and the homies hang at the G spot. Welcome back to the Typical 2 podcast, baby.
Can confirm.
Happy Halloween.
We do be hanging out at the G spot or the boo spot.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, brother.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Anyways, welcome back. Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're a little bit dressed up. This is kind of like a super last minute kind of thing, to be honest.
But you know what?
But you know what? We looking good. I'm a monkey in a suit.
And I'm yeah.
You're an 1890s racist.
Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm a cowboy
He's a cowboy from the 1800s.
Yeah. I'm not anything bad. Please stop.
Anyways, welcome back. Hope everyone had a good week. My week has been fucking hectic, man. It's been wild.
You look like you were in the Joker suit, and then you just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put a monkey mask on."
I'm the Joker, baby.
There you go.
But let's get right into the topics for today, because I feel like we've just been fucking yapping about random shit. So.
Well, it is spooky time.
Yes, it is spooky time. We do got some scary stories for this week. Instead of the anime segment that we usually do,
it's gonna be the spooky segment.
We're gonna have a spooky segment
because we're spooksters. We're spooky men.
We're spooky, man. I mean, I've told some spooky stories on the podcast already. I've definitely told some.
Yeah, you
stories.
have. But today we're the special.
The actual special for the spooky people out there.
The spooksters,
you know what I mean?
boys.
The spooksters. Anyways, I guess we can just jump right into it. How many topics you got? Normal topic. Yeehaw. How many fucking topics you got, cowboy?
I got a few.
You got like how many?
A few, like 3 or 4.
Oh, 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Okay. I got like 4 or 2. So,
4.
I guess I'll start it off then.
You got like 4 or 2?
I actually got 5. This one I just wrote it down like pretty much last minute kind of thing.
Good.
But I don't know if you've seen this, but the Lunchly product by fucking KSI, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast.
Yeah, the knockoff Lunchables.
The knockoff Lunchables.
Yeah.
Well, they said it's like gonna replace Lunchables and shit.
Yeah, my ass.
Well, now it's in the eyes of the FDA because apparently there's been a lot of cases where the pizza version of it has mold on the cheese.
So the one thing I heard, well, besides that, I heard a lot about that, and a lot of people have actually taken pictures and videos of their Lunchly having mold in it, which doesn't surprise me because before that I saw a lot of people, not a lot of people, there was a lot of scrutiny about it because they didn't follow a lot of the bylaws when it came to food safety.
Huh.
And
I didn't even know about that part, to be honest. And sure enough, yeah.
I didn't know if it was true. It was the rumor mill going around, so I was like, I don't know if that's true or not, but clearly it is.
They're businessmen. They have to fucking, properly like regulate that. No. Apparently not.
But that's the thing. If there's mold in the food, then clearly something went astray.
I don't know, man. Maybe people are just faking this shit. You know what I mean? But it's kind of hard to fake mold. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. You got to be a really good artist or designer to create.
Or like you just like leave it out and let it grow mold and then take a picture and be like, yeah, I just opened this shit up and it's got mold. You know what I mean? But I have no clue.
Or it could be a possibility of not checking the proper expiry date.
Maybe we should try this fucking thing out sometime. Is this even available in Canada?
Well, I know we have Mr. Beast chocolate is here, and obviously Prime is here as well. But the Lunchly, I don't know if I've ever actually seen that anywhere. I think, well, they're bringing everything else here, so it's gonna be here regardless. I just don't know if it's
Probably.
here right now.
But now, I don't know. Like
now, definitely not.
They might just fucking like ban that shit straight up. But yeah, I just saw that. It's kind of interesting because I feel like right now, Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast are probably like 3 of the most hated fucking people on the internet. It's kind of wild.
They've both been under a lot of fire for a lot of things in recent time now, so
even
it's like
Mr. Beast. I mean, KSI has been getting a lot of hate for his fucking dumbass song, which honestly I was gonna talk about that in the podcast, but I didn't even want to give it.
It's not even worth the
time. It's not even fucking worth it because everyone's been talking about it.
Everyone already knows it's what.
Everyone knows that, you know, from the screen to the ring
Shut up.
to the pen
All
to the kick. Sling. It's fucking wild ass song. It's literally a Disney song, bro. It's a Disney trailer song.
If that song came out in like 2010, maybe it would have been good.
Yeah.
Because around that time,
if it had another artist, different lyrics, different beat, different genre.
Think about it. In the early, if it just didn't exist.
Yeah.
But if it was like the 2010s, you know, the era of like Flow Rida and all those like super happy-go-lucky guys that were doing
I don't think it wouldn't have been as bad. But like nowadays, people's taste in music have been so fucking deteriorated, bro. People like Playboy Cardi, like fucking Ken Carson and shit like that.
I could go on a long list of rappers who shouldn't be famous.
A lot of lists of, I mean, just artists in general, not even just rappers, but artists in general. That are just like too many people are coming out with shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We fucking strayed away from the topic again of the Lunchly. We'll see what happens with that shit, cause I don't even know if that shit will ever come to Canada, bro. Like that shit might get banned straight up.
Or it's probably gonna be taken off the shelves.
Yeah, we'll see. But I did see like fucking Logan Paul talking about it on his podcast, and he was just like, "Oh, you guys are just haters and shit like that." And
every single time something comes out,
he's always just like, "Oh, you guys are just jealous or haters."
That's literally his instant defense mechanism. Is, yo, you guys are just jealous. You guys are hating for no reason.
Yeah,
it's like, brother, if there's an actual issue precedented, we're not hating. We're pointing out the problem.
Bro,
Fix
I think you're forgetting about the fact that you fucking filmed the dead body in a forest, man.
One thing that went under the radar that a lot of people talked about when it happened, not even that, was he was on a boat, and this wasn't that long ago. He was on a boat. He had a dog on there, and there was a lot of other people on there.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And he was standing behind the dog. I don't know if it was him or someone else. It looked like you could see someone nudge the dog off the boat as it was moving.
Yep.
So he heroically jumped off the boat to go save the dog, which could have been absolutely disastrous for that poor dog. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know if that's actually true, but you could see someone had a little
nudge on the dog.
I don't know if it was him, but it looked like someone did something. So,
but who knows, man? There's just been a lot of fucking like shit that people are like, you know, really disliking Logan, specifically Logan Paul. People really like this, really dislike Logan Paul. And again, Mr. Beast, like, there's just always something off about this guy.
You always knew something was a little bit sketch.
You know what I've been seeing a lot too on like Instagram and shit like that, on TikTok, and there's been a bunch of videos where like Mr. Beast would do like a video with someone and they try their product, like the chocolate or the Prime.
Yeah.
I don't know if he actually has like a version of the Prime, but or the Lunchly, for example.
Right.
And like whenever people would like judge it or like have like a critique of it, he'll be like, "Oh, like why are you lying?" and shit like that. Like he can't take criticism, it seems like. But that's just from the videos I see on TikTok. You know what I mean? You know, I don't really watch Mr. Beast.
Everything is speculation, and I don't know,
really
man.
gotten into like Mr. Beast videos. You know what I mean?
You know, I haven't either. It's not that like I've seen anything that's bad. I was like, okay.
It's just
okay.
Like to me, like,
I didn't buy in the hype. I didn't follow the hype.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I don't know, man. His content was just not for me.
It was not for me.
It's definitely for some people, but it was not for me.
Well, it's definitely for people. He succeeded, so
yeah, he's big. Yeah, like there has to be people that like his content, but you know what I mean. And I feel like it also had something to do with like his giveaways too. At some point, like he was giving away a lot of shit. So
he just he likes to give away money, and people love money.
Yeah, so that kind of makes sense in terms of like his love for him. But now like he's getting a lot of hate because
he's under a lot of scrutiny with a lot of accusations.
He's been doing more businesses like he's been in the news more for like his businesses rather than like his giveaways and shit like that. You know what I mean?
It's not even the giveaways. It's the
contests too, that where like people
the contests that were under fire.
There's been a lot of like allegations on those shit. So
the people that he surrounded himself with that have been under fire.
Yeah,
you know, there's a lot.
There's been a lot of shit around his name recently. That's why too. So, KSI, he's just KSI.
He's just a goofball,
he's
man.
He's just a goofball, bro.
He just makes some poop stain music from time to time. That's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But like, people still don't like how much he defends like Prime, and like the other products too, like Lunchly and shit.
I liked it better when he was beefing.
Like all three of them, it just seems like they have like really fucking like high ego. You know what I mean? Like they can't take criticism on any of their products.
Of course.
Like if someone said like, oh, it kind of tastes bland or whatever, like they'll be like, oh, why are you lying and shit like that. Like they'll always just go back to the defense of like, oh, you're just a hater. But it is what it is.
That's
man.
their only defense
It is
mechanism.
what it is. They're businessmen doing their business. So I'ma mind my own business. But anyways, I guess we can move on to your first topic there.
I hate the rich people.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich.
Eat their ass. Yeah. Oh, I mean
communism.
Anyways.
Okay, well, I'll stray into the topic of spooky stuff.
Already? Wait, no.
No, just shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Okay.
Why you always gotta fucking assume shit, man?
I mean, you said spooky stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's a spooky like segment. It means it's just something spooky.
I thought we were just skipping it.
No,
okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Go right.
With your dumb little monkey wearing ass.
Yo.
That ain't racist. Shut up. That is not racist. You got a monkey hat on. Shut the fuck up.
What'd you call me?
Shut up! Okay, I was gonna bring this up before, like in the previous episode, but I'll do it now anyway. So the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie has been announced. It does have an official release date. It is December.
I'm sorry, I got spooked.
I'm gonna make Chica come over here and touch you inappropriately.
Oh my god.
So it is Five Nights at Freddy's 2, December 5th, 2025.
Next year?
So in about a year's time or so.
Is Josh Hutcherson coming back or some shit? Like, did they announce anything about that?
We don't know much. Everyone's just been memeing this picture because it's been like the main focal point. But everyone's been memeing it. They've been like editing it and all that fun jazz.
I mean, yeah, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. If they're not memeing it, it's not Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's not Five Noches at Fredwardos.
It's not FNAF, you know what I mean?
It's not FNAF.
The meme is part of the experience. Yeah. But
I don't know.
I've seen the movie. I've actually watched the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever did a review on that.
I don't know if you did a review, but you were telling me about it.
But yeah, I watched the movie. It's not bad. Like exactly what you said. Like it's an entertaining movie.
It's good for someone that's like not super heavily involved in the series itself.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
What's it called? I was watching it with one of my friends, and she was talking about a lot about the lore, and I was just like, there's a whole fucking like story to this thing where like,
there is. It's
like a whole fucking lore and background story to this
thing.
There's
books.
And apparently this whole story is actually based on a true story where an ex-employee of Chuck E. Cheese, he was like a disgruntled employee basically. He hid in one of the animatronics, and then overnight at night he went to go kill his coworkers and shit like
That's awesome.
Oh, yo.
That's an awesome story, I mean.
I was going to say, your 1800s is coming out. So.
No, it is not.
But anyways, yeah.
Ooh,
are you excited for this movie?
So again, I'm not a scary movie guy, but this one wasn't even a scary movie. It was more of like a thriller kind of deal.
Not even, honestly. I don't even know what I would consider this. Like, yeah, there's been jump scares in like one or two moments.
There's some moments where you're like, ooh, whoa.
But
so that's the thing. For me, not being like a scary movie person, I was able to watch it perfectly fine.
It was more gore, to be honest. Like, there was a... Like,
but not like, super heavily.
Not super heavy, but like...
Yeah.
I guess enough to consider it a thriller movie. Then.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's like kind of a thriller, but anyway.
That's I guess that if you had to like come up with like a genre for it, like that I guess that would be the closest thing. Cause
yeah, that's the
not
way
a comedy.
I look at it.
It's not like a drama. It's guess more of a thriller. Yeah.
Yeah.
More of a thriller.
Yeah, I didn't mind the first movie, but the hardcore fans that follow the lore heavily
hated that shit.
did not like it.
So I'm surprised they're coming up with another one. I mean,
they did renew it. Well, they did renew it for I think a couple of movies. So.
Oh shit! I mean, that's good. I guess like they I guess they're expected to be doing well enough, and we'll see what they do with the rest of the story. Because from what I've heard, they've covered a lot of the lore in the first movie. So
well, I think they left a lot of stones unturned, or they're gonna kind of try to steer it back on track. I don't know. See. I guess it remains to be seen, but yeah, I'll watch the second one when it comes out.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I probably won't watch it in the movie theaters.
5 noches at Fredwardos.
What?
5 noches at Fredwardos.
No idea what you're saying right now.
5 noches at Fredwardos.
What the fuck are you saying right now? Are you speaking like? Do I need subtitles? Am I tripping? Am I hallucinating right now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
5 de noches at Fredwardos. It's Spanish 5 Nights at Freddy's.
That's what. Why the fuck do you know that?
I speak Spanish.
You've been down in New Mexico, haven't you, Dutch?
No.
No.
Nah, I've been down in Guarma. I picked up some of that Spanish.
You've been traveling to Guarma.
5 de noches.
You need to be saving up so we can go to fucking Tahiti.
I got lost in a storm, bitch. 5 de noches at Fredwardos.
You gotta buy my NFTs, Dutch. Arthur, buy my NFTs.
Dutch, the NFTs are dead, Dutch.
Anyways.
5 de noches, Dutch.
I guess moving on to the next topic.
What the fuck just happened?
I have no clue, man. I have no fucking clue.
That's a clip.
I don't even know what the fuck I want to talk about in this one. I guess I'll talk about this one.
So, Dutch, what do you want to talk about?
You see Lil Durk get arrested recently?
Fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot indeed. Yeah, he was Lil Durk. So for anyone who doesn't know, Lil Durk was arrested, and he could actually be up for life in prison or even the death penalty.
Well, it depends on what state he's in.
Yeah, what state he's gonna be what's it called?
Tried
in. But he was arrested in Miami, Florida, which I'm pretty sure they do have death penalty there.
Yeah, I think it depended where the crime took
happened
place,
to
perchance.
So I don't know. I don't know. It was murder for hire. Basically, that's what he's like right. being arrested for. And,
that's correct.
He actually tried to flee the U.S. on a private jet. And he tried to go to Italy after his associates were arrested.
Which is not a good spot to go either.
Not a good fucking thing, because that's literally like your what's it called? They have a term for it. Risk of flight. Idiot. That's what it is. Yeah, idiot. Yes. But yeah, he was in Fort Lauderdale. He initially booked flights to Dubai and Switzerland, and he didn't board either of them. So then the FBI got like a word. I guess someone snitched. They learned that like he arranged like a private jet to Italy, and he was actually arrested on his way to Miami airport.
So if I'm not, if I'm incorrect, correct me. But the actual guy he hired is the one who snitched.
Pretty
supposedly.
much, yeah. I mean, kind of expected that, bro. Like,
but you know what? It just killed me, man. If you're a celebrity who grew up in a hard neighborhood or some things are bad and you finally made it out and you did something that not a lot of people had the opportunity to do,
why the fuck
are you still doing stupid shit, man?
Yeah, no, literally. You're free. So fucking dumb.
You're so free from the headaches. Just stay free. You got a successful life now. Just enjoy it. Why you still got to be doing stupid
shit?
Shit?
A bunch of dumbasses sometimes, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't
know,
man.
Either half of them get arrested now or like they end up dead, to be honest. Like, and it's actually a shame because like, I mean, Lil Durk, like, he's not like someone I would listen to all the time, but he has some decent songs. Yeah. I had some of his songs on this playlist, and a lot, like, he had a pretty big fan base, and it's a shame that like this guy is definitely going to prison for life. Well, 100%.
If he's not getting the death penalty, he's getting life.
100%, he's at least getting for prison for life. I mean, like, life in prison just means like I'm pretty sure minimum 25 years. Like, it doesn't actually mean the rest of your life in prison, from what I've learned.
No, it's 25
it's
to
like
life.
25 to life or some shit like that. Minimum 25. So, we'll see. We'll see if he'll probably, like, be out for probation at some point. But he's going to be in fucking prison for a long time.
He's fucked.
He's going to be in prison for a long time. And Yeah, he's not gonna be releasing any. Actually, no. Fucking rappers release music all the time from prison. So YNW's been still releasing. Tory Lanez was still releasing. Which my next topic actually.
Dude, they just they sneak a microphone in their ass. They get someone to bring it in. They start recording in the cell block.
Amazing.
They sneak some records out their ass to someone that's visiting.
I don't know how that works, They just go like, "Hey Alexa, stretch my ass," and then
they transfer ass to ass. That's how it works.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would know.
Like, oh, did you pay your soups to Carlos tonight? I might not. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to my next topic as well because this kind of connects. I mentioned him, Tory Lanez. I don't know if you've heard about this, but
he shot at someone's foot.
Well, yes, we already know about this.
Apparently,
he allegedly shot at a horse's foot. I mean, at a person's foot, and but now there's been some new developments to this story because Lil Wayne, Tory Lanez. Why did I say Lil Wayne?
Lil Durk, Lil
Tory
Wayne,
Lanez appealed actually in court, and to once again because this is like his second appeal, and he actually got approved this time.
Hell yeah!
You know what? Free Tory.
Free Tory.
Free Tory. But yeah, basically, not only that, but his innocence claim was accepted by the appellate court, which is like the court of appeals, and it gives basically the defense attorneys like 2 weeks to respond to this.
Hell yeah.
They have 2 weeks to put together an argument that he deserves to be in prison. Otherwise, this man's gonna be singing back in Toronto streets like, yeah. I hit that shit, man.
You did.
But yeah, the case is going up for a reinvestigation to see if Tory was unfairly prosecuted for this shit. There were a lot of like sketchy details going on about this case. Cause her friend was also in the car and shit like that, and apparently there was gunpowder found in her hand.
I don't know.
So, and there was no gunpowder found on him. So, when I read these
and apparently
details,
the judge also just didn't give a shit. He was like, I don't like you. You're
yeah,
going to
pretty
jail,
much.
buddy.
That's like, so I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know, man.
We'll see what happens and how this develops. There's probably gonna be a court trial again. So
Free Tory.
There's not gonna be any settlements or anything like that. Like, so we'll see.
Free Tory. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Free Tory. Horses get shot in the foot all the time. I'm joking, all right. I'm joking.
No, you're not.
I know what happened there. Maybe her friend shot her. Maybe Tory did. Maybe Arthur Morgan from far away shot her.
What?
What? But anyways, yeah, we can move on to your next topic there now. I just wanted to quickly talk about that since we are talking about people in court, rappers in court specifically.
You know what? I'll do you one better. We'll stay on the topic of criminals.
Because you're a criminal, Dutch. Is that why? Me too. But I scam people from crypto.
You are not a good man, Dutch Vanderlyn. I am a good man, Arthur Morgan.
You know what? I can offer you a Kit Kat.
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh, shit.
Why is it warm?
It's been in my pocket.
Oh, well, you know what? I'll do you one better. Since it's the Halloween and we're giving each other candy, you can have the keys to my car.
Fuck yeah. I miss your rancher.
Well, first of all, you got to get new tires because my summer tires are bald. Second of all, you got to fix the power steering. Thirdly,
you have that shit back. But yes, who are we talking about?
All right, so I didn't even get to it.
Shit, my bad.
So this guy goes on Instagram you probably may have seen this actually. Amigo Chino is his Instagram name.
Oh, is that the guy that just crashes into fucking like restaurants and shit?
So he did that to a McDonald's. I'll get there. IRL name is Calvin I may have said that wrong. I don't know how to pronounce that. You could try to see that.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
So he is constantly posting videos on Instagram on the run.
He's on the run?
Yes.
How the fuck is he
posting? So if
on
anyone has seen that video of this guy going, yo, I'm about to crash into this McDonald's.
No, he was just like, no, fuck this. I'm going to crash into this McDonald's. And then literally 2 seconds after, it's just...
It was real.
Shit was real. He cut it off.
He did that shit.
Bro, that guy is fucking wild, man.
The video was here.
Okay.
Right there.
Send that video to me.
Right. So it was on the news. Springfield McDonald's crash. It was him who did it. That's him in the hospital post crash. It's him right there. He cut off his ankle monitor on Instagram Live, by the way, and then proceeded to go on the run to God knows where all over the United States. And he posts constant updates too.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then he's out there like, oh, should I go to Mexico next? He's like, I'm in Lowell,
Bro, how is this guy not arrested, man? What the fuck are the cops doing?
I'm in New York. Like, I don't know.
You know what he does probably?
Colorado.
He probably records these videos and then moves away, like moves to another state, and then he posts them and shit.
That's a very real possibility as well.
You know what I mean? But still, like, how are the fucking FBI and shit not able to track this guy? What the fuck?
Yeah, so he did. I don't even know when this all began. So I believe.
I love how I exactly knew who you were talking about when you said Amigo Chino, because I was like, that name sounds familiar. Is that the guy that crashed into a fucking restaurant or shit?
Yep,
like,
that's the stupid ass dude.
What a fucking dumbass.
So
I swear he got arrested multiple times already.
I don't know, but he was on house arrest. He had the ankle monitor, and he cut that, and he ran.
He fucking cut that shit off, dog.
Yeah. So what it looks like here is Texas, California. I'm just going based off of what I see on his feed here. Texas, California.
As far as I can see, like
New York,
he
Boston.
hasn't really left U.S. though. I don't think he even can. He definitely cannot leave U.S.
No, I don't know how he's going to.
Like,
he's literally been across pretty much almost every state at this point, it looks like. Yeah.
This guy's gonna get arrested at some point.
100%.
He has to be arrested at some point, bro.
I'm just gonna be honest. Like, that's impressive. Because the thing is, it's not even... And the reason why I was always skeptical that it was real was because...
It cut off.
And you're like, oh, ha, ha, ha. And then it's a news clip. You're like, ha, ha, ha. But then the fact that they show his picture, and it's his Instagram account. And he showed video proof that he was in the hospital after this all went down. And he was on Instagram Live with a legitimate ankle monitor.
That's crazy.
That's like, it's okay, so it is real. Like, all right.
Crashing into fucking McDonald's and then going on a fugitive run and just filming this whole thing is diabolical work, bro. That is fucking crazy.
It's impressive.
Wild. Man, like Instagram and fucking honestly social media in general is kind of ruining us.
It is a horrible place.
Definitely is a horrible place, bro.
If anyone saw the shit that we sent to each other on Instagram, wow.
Maybe mom was right. It is the phone all along.
You know what? Honestly, they may actually be right. 100%.
It's just a phone. It's just a phone at this point. But anyways,
it's my fault for having social media.
It really is, to be honest. It really is. But you know, sometimes like you can't just be in the dark about these things. I don't know.
I was born in the darkness.
But I guess I can move on to my next topic here. Speaking of,
hold on.
You fucking eat your Kit Kat there, you little shit.
Break it off.
No.
Share it with me.
Fine.
Ew,
oh shit, it's like moist and shit. That's pretty damn good. Kit Kat. Happy Halloween, kids.
Happy Halloween, kids. Watch out for those razor blades in your chocolate.
And those bag of weed and that they would put in kids' bags, because they would definitely waste a fucking nug on those little shits.
Watch out for the fent.
Never understood that logic, but anyways.
I don't know. It's your turn. It's your turn.
Yes, I know. I was just enjoying that Kit Kat. I'm on. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Break it off for me one time.
Break my neck. But my next topic, speaking of Instagram accounts and shit like that.
Okay, word.
There's this Instagram account that I've been seeing for a while now. This has been going on for a fucking while now.
Okay, word. And
it's basically just this guy that calls different restaurants and then he just goes, put a girl on. And
put a what?
Put a girl on.
Okay.
And he just says the same thing and he calls the same place every single day for like 2 months straight, 3 months straight. And it's wild. They get so mad. They eventually like recognize who the fuck it is and shit. And they get so fucking mad. There was one time, I swear, where he pulled up. He was in his car, and they just started fucking like throwing shit at him, and I was like, well deserved, bro. Well deserved.
Well, yeah,
I don't know why you're harassing those fucking employees, but I gotta show you this video because it is kind of fucking wild. Yeah, I've been seeing this. I don't even know how long I've been seeing this. He started with Taco Bell. Then I'm pretty sure he moved to GameStop. Then there was a KFC. Then I think another Taco Bell. He's just been doing this all over the state. This menace. But
so that's crazy because he lives in this state and he's doing this to every single store in that state or town, wherever the fuck it is. And he's now not gonna be able to go anywhere ever again.
Yeah, no, he's there. They're gonna know who the fuck he is, and he's gonna be banned in every fucking food place. Bro.
Good for him.
Not gonna be able to order shit. I mean, banned on Uber Eats too, probably.
Good, fuck him.
Anyways, I just want to show you this clip.
Dude, this guy was so mad he started spitting bars.
I saw that and I was like, he got a fire.
Dude.
Wes ruined your day. I was like, what?
Wes,
what?
keep a clip. Wes, make you flip.
Wes is so sick. Yeah. But yeah, that guy, and that guy just goes, put a girl on.
Put a girl.
Put a girl on. Put a girl on.
Like, that's...
Where do people come up with these fucking ideas, man? Like, we need to come up with that shit or something.
So, the thing is, I don't want to ruin my life.
Like, I don't even know if that shit's illegal. Is that even considered illegal?
Harassment, probably.
Maybe. If you keep calling the same fucking people, I guess that could be considered harassment.
I would consider that harassment.
You'd probably get a fucking restraining order and shit, but I don't know if you'd get arrested for it. We'll see. I mean, we'll see if he gets arrested. That guy's fucking... that guy's been on a run of just calling random places and just goes... The way he says it too. And sometimes he actually pretends to be a girl first, and then he just goes, put a girl on. But yeah, I've been meaning to talk about this guy for like weeks now because it's fucking low-key hilarious. They get so mad. You saw in the video, that guy got so mad he started spitting bars.
Pressed, he started freestyling. Like, how
man
do you
started
manage?
freestyling, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
Like, how do you manage?
I don't know, man. But anyways, I guess we can move on to your next topic there.
Sure, man.
Last topic is that your last normal topic there?
I got one more. How long have we been rolling here?
We're only like only been like 31 minutes, so
yeah,
making good time.
Yeah,
we'll do one more topic. This might be a quicker episode. We'll see.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeet. All right. Well, this came out this past week.
Mm-hmm.
So, and by this past week, I mean like a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Sports Illustrated came out with a top 20.
Top 20 what?
Top 20 WWE wrestlers of all time.
Wait, who did Time Magazine?
Sports Illustrated.
Oh shit! Why did I say Time Magazine?
Because you're fucking stupid.
I mean, I fucking hate SI anyway. Sports Illustrated.
But
they've been a real fucking run of shitty fucking opinions and shitty takes. But
they've been on a generational run of garbage. But anyway,
they really have been. But
this is another one that made put people's panties in a twist. Because
let's hear this.
A lot of people have been getting silly.
I guess we'll start at top 20 then. We'll start.
Yeah, so it's the top 20, top WWE top 20 wrestlers of all time. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, so we start with number 20, which is Becky Lynch.
Okay.
So
I guess sure, why not? Nah.
She's been pretty big,
but there's just so many more names that you can name. But okay. I'll
when it comes to women, me personally, I wouldn't put her in the top 20. There's other women I would choose for that spot instead.
Definitely.
100%.
But
anyway, number 19, Mick Foley.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta see the rest of this to accurately judge.
Yeah. Number 18, Chris Jericho.
I guess Y2J is pretty iconic, especially with his intro. Like, you know what I mean? He's probably one of the most
break the walls
iconic.
down.
Yeah, probably one of the most iconic intros. His career in WWE like wasn't like the best, but it's definitely like still pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah. Number 17, CM Punk.
He's that low?
Well, let's
okay. Let's hear the rest of the list, cause.
And I want to keep this in mind for anyone who was also following along with this. This is their WWE runs. Mm-hmm. So, like, let's say there's a guy in here that's done WCW, or he's been on another show or another company where they were amazing there, so on and so. This is specifically just WWE.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right. 16, Andre the Giant.
No, he has to be like top 10.
I don't know.
Actually, maybe top 15. Maybe I would give him top 15. But
number 15, Randy Orton.
He's that low. Okay, I really gotta hear of the rest.
We're gonna work through it.
Okay,
first.
okay.
Number 14, Edge.
Okay.
Number 13, Roddy Piper.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 12, Kurt Angle. Number 11, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Okay.
Number 10, Bruno Sammartino.
Okay.
Number 9.
Number 10 is kind of wild for them, but okay.
Well, that's the thing. The 70s are a bit of a tricky stimulation, because the thing is, these guys wrestled once a month, and he held the championship for 8 years in a row without losing.
Fucking crazy.
It's, I don't know. It's trying times. I don't know.
It's fucking crazy. It's like comparing like fucking Babe Ruth with Shohei Ohtani.
Pretty much. It's a difficult thing to do. It's tough. Number 9, Bret Hart.
Okay.
Number 8, Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Number 7, Triple H.
Okay.
Number 6, Undertaker.
Okay. Had to be there.
Number 5, Roman Reigns. I know. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Number 4, John Cena.
Okay.
Number 3, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
Number 2, Hulk Hogan, brother.
Okay.
Number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Had to have been.
Yeah.
I would have been disappointed. I mean,
yeah.
It's not an awful list. It's just there's a couple of things that I would have, I guess, changed there.
So like,
there's a couple of names missing.
The way I look at this, okay, is
tell me what's on your mind, cowboy.
Who generates the money?
Yes, that's pretty much.
And who generates the popularity?
Yep.
Stone Cold Steve Austin
Most
saved
definitely.
WWE.
Pretty much, with the Attitude Era and everything, yeah.
He is talked about to this day. Back then, he's still insanely popular as ever. He will never go away.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin being number 1, I am perfectly fucking fine with that.
Even Hulk Hogan is number 2, right?
See, the thing is, I personally don't like Hulk Hogan because he's an asshole.
He is an asshole.
He's also a liar.
In terms of
and a slightly racist
career,
person. Yeah, and a slightly racist
give that
person.
To him.
But yes, as number 2, what he did.
Number 2?
What he did in the 80s, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
90s was pretty good, but
like he was very mainstream. Everyone knew who the fuck Hulk Hogan was, even if you didn't watch wrestling. So
I guess he was just iconic in terms of like American television.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He appeared in a lot of movies where he's like the American icon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He is America.
But yeah.
I could make the argument to switch him and The Rock around, just because The Rock is literally an insane household name.
Yeah. Literally everyone knows The Rock, even if you don't watch WWE.
Even if you've never watched wrestling a day in your life, someone says The Rock, you know who Dwayne Johnson is.
The Rock Johnson is. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely just switch them around.
Yeah.
Either way, I agree with it. I think either way, I agree with it.
John Cena being number 4, you could make a case for him being in the top 3 as well, because
I would still put him as number 4.
Yeah,
that top 3, like The Rock, Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold, are probably like the 3 household names when it comes to WWE.
Yeah.
John Cena is more of a modern too.
And that's the thing. He again, like you said, he's another guy. You say John Cena, it's like, oh, I know who John Cena is.
Exactly. He's a household name and he's more modern.
Exactly.
Roman Reigns, however, at number 5.
This is where I have my quarrels. This man
over Triple H, over Shawn Michaels, over Bret Hart is fucking crazy work.
So in terms of, again, the way I look at it, I don't look at this from a wrestling standpoint, because if we were looking at it like that, Hulk Hogan wouldn't be on this fucking list.
Yeah, he's fucking trash. And
he's not a very good in-ring wrestler. Anyway, I'm looking at this for the popularity and for the business aspect.
Pretty much.
Roman Reigns has generated a lot of business and a lot of popularity over the course of the last 4 years.
He's kind of like what held WWE in the last few years before Vince left.
Yes. And now that he's back, he's still very important and he's still drawing business.
Yeah. But I don't know if his name is just as big as these other guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the thing is, he's been around for the better part of a decade now. Maybe, well, actually even longer than a decade. Maybe like 12 years, even to this point in WWE. But his popularity has surged so much in the last 4 years that the first 8 didn't even matter. Literally meant nothing. Because people didn't even like him back then either. They were bored of him. They thought he sucked. I did too.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I saw some of his like wrestling like moves and shit. It's not the most entertaining moves.
No, he
just has a spear and what is that?
Well, that's the thing.
Superman punch.
Back then, he sucked at talking on the microphone.
Yep.
He couldn't generate a good storyline or business to save his ass.
Even now he's not like. He's not talking a lot right now, to be honest.
Yeah,
he's just doing a lot of mogging and fucking mewing. So,
but over the course of the last 4 years, he's improved greatly in every aspect of wrestling that there is.
I feel like Vince leaving also had something to do with it too, where he has more freedom, where he didn't have to like watch what he says as much because potentially, and maybe Triple H helped him too.
100% he did.
Like, man, Triple H is such a good fucking thing for WWE in that aspect, because he knows exactly what works and doesn't work.
Yeah, so you could make the argument for Roman Reigns being high. Top 10? Sure. Top 5?
Crazy work, bro. Yeah. Crazy work. Yeah.
I would easily put Undertaker at the
100% Undertaker, man. Like, they're missing Batista too from this list, but
yeah, you could make that argument. Top 20. I could do top 20.
Like, yeah, at least in the top 20, bro.
I could do top 20.
Yeah, at least in the top 20. They're missing some names.
Now, I'm going to look at some of the other random things on this list. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. 987. I'm putting Triple H under those two.
Under them?
Under both of them.
Really?
Yes.
Actually, you're kind of right. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels has just had like a bigger impact in terms of the like money and business in WWE. They've had several rivalries and shit like that. Whereas Triple H has kind of been like an iconic name, but like he's just Triple H. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It's Triple H. You know Triple H. Triple H is badass. But Triple H, you know, he was always in the Attitude Era. It wasn't Triple H. It was Stone Cold. It was The Rock.
Yeah. Then like there were other names that all like overshadowed him a lot of times.
Then
like,
you move across the years. It's Shawn Michaels.
Then
it's The Undertaker.
Yeah. Then you had John Cena
too. John Cena. It's Randy
then
Orton.
Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why it's like he's been there, but he's not.
But he hasn't been the top guy yet.
Yeah.
Like even Bret Hart has been the top. Like, bro, he was literally like what's it called?
Before
one of the most important like wrestlers for Vince before that all that shit happened.
100%. But so before Triple H even came along, Bret Hart was that pinnacle.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Shawn Michaels was there alongside him.
Yeah, exactly.
So top 10, absolutely Triple H. But Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart above him for sure.
Kind of wild.
Yeah.
I don't want to think. Who's number 10 again? He was
Bruno Sammartino. He was the guy in the 70s.
In the 70s, man.
So he generated
again,
them
it's kind of
money.
like comparing fucking Babe Ruth to like a Shohei Ohtani, you know what I mean?
It's like, okay, sure, I guess.
Like, I guess, and if you take a look at it from the aspect of like
back that timeline. If you look at that timeline, then yeah, you could.
That time, man. I guess makes sense, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
But
then you got, let's go to the 11 to 15 here. You got Randy Savage, Kurt Angle, Roddy Piper, Edge, and Randy Orton.
I would fucking put Chris Benoit.
Oh,
No, but I mean, yeah. Another one that's missing is Rey Mysterio from this.
I would personally put Macho Man Randy Savage at number 10 over Mr. Sammartino,
me too.
because the cream of the crop rises. Ooh, yeah. You know, it's iconic. Everyone loves the Macho Man. Yep. He's cool. He's always been hip. Like,
I feel like there should have been a list separate for women, because there's been like, was there only one woman in this list?
Yes, which was number 20.
That literally makes no sense. It should have been separate, man. They should have just given another spot to a man, and then they should have made like a separate like list to actually show like the greatest like wrestlers and women. Because there are some great like women wrestlers, bro.
And the thing is, especially with the way it's been for the last maybe 8 years or so, where the women have been becoming more prevalent in the wrestling scene,
especially with like Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan,
Charlotte Flair.
There's been a lot of like,
as well.
Becky Lynch.
There's a lot.
There's been a lot. Like even back then, like
and then you had the Litas.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
had the Trish
Stratus.
There was even Victoria's. You know, like there was all kinds.
Nikki Bella and shit like that.
No. No.
Every fucking wrestling fan hates Nikki Bella.
No.
It's so funny.
No.
But yeah, I mean, they should have just made a different list for the women wrestlers, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, give them their own spotlight.
Yeah.
But
yeah, honestly, with the rest of the list, I guess I'm fine with it. It's more just positioning I would change around.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not the most disagreeable list I've seen. It's not the most egregious list I've seen. I've seen some pretty horrible takes out there.
One thing that is actually very true, even if you're just looking at it from a WWE aspect, the one name that is completely left off this list, however, that is mind-boggling that you didn't pick up on, Ric Flair.
Oh yeah, the Wonder Boy, man. I forgot he had fucking rivals with Shawn Michaels too and shit.
Ric Flair, although when he won championships in WWE, it was in the 90s, and then the entirety of the 2000s was pretty much just pure wrestling.
Yeah. And
no championships. It did not matter because it's just Ric Flair.
Bro, Ric Flair is one of the most iconic. Woo! He's one of the more iconic wrestlers out there. And
the fact that he's not on this list is that's controversy in my opinion.
That's kind of wild.
That is controversial.
That's kind of wild. I completely missed that actually. Like I mentioned Batista, Rey Mysterio. I feel like there's a couple of names that we're missing too.
Oh, 100% there is. Fuck, you could even put Jeff. You could sneak Jeff Hardy in there. I love Jeff Hardy.
Just because of his influence with the youth, man.
Yes. And
jumping off tables and ladders.
Because much like Jey Uso nowadays, back then, Jeff Hardy was making them a lot of fucking coin.
I think Jey Uso is kind of like
he could make his way.
You could argue that he's kind of like a modern Jeff Hardy 100%, in terms of his like entertainment.
Everyone says that.
You know what
too.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like
there will always only be one Jeff Hardy, but if you had to make the modern day comparison, Jey Uso is that.
It's just the closest thing, I guess.
Yeah.
To in terms of stardom. Yeah. Like Jeff Hardy was fucking amazing because of the shit that he was doing, man.
And people still love Jeff Hardy to this day. He is my favorite wrestler.
Man. Like he's one of my top ones, I would say, definitely. But yeah, it's just like that whole like thing where he left WWE. Like shadowed it a little bit, but no, he's still one of the greatest.
He's still him, bro. But anyway, I don't want to yap for too long. The list is what it is. You can make some changes. You can implement people that are missing on this list.
I think it's agreeable enough.
It's fine. It's not great. It's not good. It's fine.
I think it's fine.
I would definitely make a bunch of changes. Yeah.
But
anyway.
Anyways, I guess moving on to this might be my last topic. Ugh. I don't know if you've heard about this. I've been talking a lot about people like getting arrested and shit and doing criminal shit. But I got another one.
Criminals.
You know Philly from Beta Squad? Like Felipe? You know Beta Squad, the UK group where it's like the black dudes and there's the fat guy and the skinny guy.
Is that the meme where he's like, oh, you saw me doing that, and he slaps him in the back of the head?
Well, that's one of them. That's the fat guy.
And then he goes, I'll kill your parents.
And then the other guy is his best, not the one with glasses.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
There's another guy named Philly. Hold on, I gotta show you a picture of him.
No. Okay, no. I know who you're talking about now. I know who you're talking about.
He's
Young
one of the
Philly?
more popular ones, huh?
Young Philly, and then I forgot the big dude's name.
Yeah, I gotta search this up now. Young Philly. I'm pretty sure.
Something happened with that guy, right? He got arrested for something.
Yes. So UK rapper, I guess. This guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I know.
you know who he is. He's pretty popular, especially in the UK. He's done videos like KSI. He's done videos with Sidemen and shit like that. He's done videos with Kai Cenat and shit like that. He's pretty big in the UK. But he was actually arrested in Australia for rape allegations.
Oh.
And I was gonna talk about this, like, I think it's been like 2 weeks now since this happened. But basically, the charges include 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent.
Wow.
3 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm, and 1 count of impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation by applying pressure to their neck. These are really specific charges. Australia be specific with their charges, man. They really don't fuck around with that shit.
If those are the charges, then that means
no. See, that's the thing. That's what I've heard from Australia. Like, when it comes to like their law, they're really fucking strict with it and shit.
Which, you know what? It's a good thing.
I guess it's a good thing. Yeah, it is a good thing. This is just an arrest and been allegations, so we don't know what actually has come out of this. There hasn't been like a trial on it. So.
But those are very specific things.
Really specific.
You know, not have any
especially
kind of
the
evidence.
Occasioning bodily harm, and then 1 count of impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation by applying pressure. They're literally just describing him choking her.
Yeah.
That's literally it. And
it's literally,
they're really specific with those charges.
It's literally forcible penetration without consent and choking you.
Yep. That's fucking wild. So allegedly, like, he found like a woman in her 20s. Like, he brought a woman back, like in her 20s, back to his hotel, where apparently the attack happened. This happened on September 28th, and apparently this was what he did. Like this whole thing. See, that's the thing. Like, if you're really rich already, why are you doing this shit, man?
You could just buy one. A hooker.
I mean, yeah.
A lady of the night.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There's a lot of online prostitutes out
You know
there,
what I mean.
You can definitely just pay for some. You know what I mean?
You don't have to force it to happen. You
literally,
could,
what the
you could pay for it.
I don't understand, like, some guys thinking, you know what I mean? If it is true, like, you know what? I don't know if it's true or not. I've never really watched this guy either.
I haven't watched anything.
Like, I've seen TikTok clips of him sometimes and Instagram reel clips of him sometimes, but I don't really know much about this guy, to be honest. Like, and there were a lot of comments and shit like that saying, like, oh, like, I kind of had a feeling, to be honest. Like he's kind of had, like, a weird vibe and shit like that. And I don't think I've watched him enough to judge that.
I don't know. I
just don't watch this guy and, like, at all. Like, I've seen Mr. Beast more than I've seen this guy.
That's the thing. I'm in the same boat, so I can't really.
He's big
comment.
in the UK and shit like that, so who knows, man? But Australia doesn't fuck with those, like, laws, man. They don't fuck with criminals, and they will fuck you hard down and under, mate.
They'll fuck you right
down and under, upside down. You're gonna hit
you right down under, mate.
You're gonna feel like you're hit by a kangaroo.
Kangaroo's tail going right up your ass.
But we'll see what happens with that. I'll probably give an update. I guess I'll talk about this last topic as well, since I didn't really. That was like a quick topic, pretty much. I just wanted to quickly talk about another criminal. But in terms of another criminal topic, literally my whole fucking topics for this week has just been criminals and doing shady shit.
I mean, I guess we were both pretty much under the same thing. The only other thing we talked about was wrestling.
Goddamn, this suit is so fucking uncomfortable, man. I'm a monkey in a suit.
Take it off.
But
take it off.
You a freak. You a cowboy freak, aren't you?
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain looking ass. But for my last normal topic, there's this story where it's called the NULL license plate story, and this, I'm pretty sure, happened in the UK.
The NULL license plate story.
So you know what NULL means? It means zero, or like error, or some shit like that. That's what NULL means, basically.
Nil.
Right? So in the UK, there was this guy who made his license specifically. It says NULL. So NULL.
Okay.
And his idea was that every time he got a ticket, it would register as null and it would just show up as an error. That was his idea.
Oh.
This shit kind of backfired because the problem was that every time other licenses got an error, it would show up as null, for their ticket, and he would actually get it in his name, and it resulted in $12,000 of fines. And the funny thing was, there were like tickets registered to his name or to his car before he even registered that license plate.
Wow.
Because they were just errors. So literally almost all like errors and nulls that showed up in the system went to his fucking name.
So how the hell is he, like, obviously he's gonna try to fight it, but how the hell can you, like, win this now?
I have no idea.
Like, you're kind of just at fault.
No idea. I just found this fucking story interesting because it's like he tried to fucking finesse his way out of the system and got absolutely butt fucked, man.
Listen, everybody, I'm gonna say this once: you can't fight the government. They always win.
Government got hands. I can tell you that. They can fuck you
hurt.
left and right harder than Mike Tyson on a Tuesday night after he had a night of drinking.
Oh, they fucking hurt me
They
bad.
hurt that shit. They hurt. They hurt, man. They hurt.
The government hurts me bad.
The government will resize your hole and no lube, same day shipping. But no, did he? I just wanted to quickly talk about because I just found that interesting, and you know, like I had some pretty quick topics for this week. It's just another criminal or shady person getting what they deserve. You know.
I mean, you know what? A for effort. I hate parking tickets. I hate speeding. I hate tickets in general. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
please.
Not for real. These fucking parking officers and shit, bro. I literally got a stack of fucking tickets still in my car.
And the thing is too, when you got those, you had something on your dash saying you were permitted to park there too.
That's what I'm saying, man. I literally have permits on my fucking car, and I would still get tickets. So
you gotta fight that shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This shit has been fucking.
You gotta fight it, otherwise the price is gonna keep piling up, and you're fucked.
I'm telling you, man. Fighting the government just doesn't work.
Yeah, but if you got proof, at least you're fine. That guy's kind of fucked. I don't know how the hell he's gonna win.
They
that.
just fuck you in the ass. But yeah, I guess that concludes our normal segment for the podcast. We can move on to the spooky topics.
Spooky.
How many spooky topics you got? Hitting those notes,
I
man.
got 2 creepy stories.
You got some creepy stories there?
Yeah.
Man? You got some creepy stories?
They're not real stories. Or are they?
You fucking suck, man.
Or are they? We don't know because I tried to be creative.
I'll start it off then.
Okay.
With something quick. Again, I got like quick topics for this week.
Spooky.
Might just be a quick fucking podcast, you know what I mean?
Boogly.
But for my first scary Halloween topic, I wanted to like ask you, what do you think are the most disturbing Disney movie scenes? So, from what we know,
I'm not a big Disney guy.
So the thing is, Disney is like for kids, mainly for kids.
Walt Disney was racist.
That's another story, but yes, a little bit.
No, he was.
He still is. I heard he's still alive. His head is frozen or some shit.
Was this Futurama?
But there are a bunch of like scenes that I've always found as like kind of creepy and shit like that. Not creepy really, but like kind of wild that they would show those in movies. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's been a bunch. First off, like, have you seen Tarzan? The original Tarzan?
Like which one?
The animated one from the 90s?
The 90s? Yeah,
something.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
Yeah, you've seen that one, right?
I watched that one a lot
the
as a
OG,
kid.
yeah, I watched that as a kid. So, you know about the last few scenes where the hunter, this is when the ape, like, finds Tarzan, and you see the crumple, wait, no, not this one. When Clayton, like, the hunter, inadvertently, like, accidentally hangs himself on the vines, and they would, the way they showed that was when, they showed his silhouette after there was a lightning. And as a kid, I've always thought that was just like kind of wild to be showing that in a kid's movie.
I don't really remember it that vividly, but that's.
I remember it so vividly, man. Cause the I'm pretty sure the last scene was like, he was trying to fucking climb a tree and catch Tarzan, and then he slipped or something, and then he got he got choked to death. He got like inadvertently hung. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, inadvertently hung, and they showed the silhouette, full silhouette. You see him. I remember this vividly in my brain. There's also like the first scene actually. Tarzan obviously looks like a human baby, and the apes found him. But when the apes found him, there's actually a scene in the beginning where you kind of see like the crumpled corpses of his parents like lying in the corner under like some debris. And as a kid, I was just like, that's kind of wild, man. Like, that's kind of wild. Like, now that I think about it, like they be showing like a lot on these Disney movies. Even if you think about what's it called, The Lion King, the last scene where basically Scar, yeah, you know Scar, the bad guy, got eaten alive by hyenas. Obviously, they didn't show the actual thing, but it was basically implied. Right. And if you're an adult, you would probably realize that. You also had movies like Bambi, one of the most traumatizing fucking.
The mom got hit by a fucking car.
One of the most traumatizing Disney movies out there, man. Like,
oh well.
Where there was that one scene where like Bambi was trying to hide, and there were also like birds in like the bushes that he was hiding in, and there was like a hunter stalking them, and then like one of the birds like basically like begins to panic, and like as the what's it called, the hunter gets closer, and basically Bambi and like everyone else was like begging her not to try to fly, and eventually the bird tries to fly, and the bird got shot down immediately and landed right in front of her friends. Like, just imagine that. Like, it's just it's like such a messed up way to like show that shit. But
fight or flight,
I guess you have to show like the reality of nature. You know what I mean?
Fight or flight.
Animals get killed out here, man. There was also a scene in Bambi 2 where like Bambi like starts hearing like his mother like calling him like saying like, hello, I'm here,
Bambi, you're
Bambi,
a bitch.
hello, I'm here. But actually it turned out to be a hunter using a deer call, which is kind of fucking wild. Like,
smart guy.
I mean, in a story, like story wise, like it makes sense, but it's fucking creepy the way they would do these movies, man. I mean, there was also like what's it called, Quasimodo from what's his name, Hunchback of Notre Dame, where he got treated like shit and shit like that. But do you know like anyone else like what's it called? Do you think of any other scenes in Disney movies that are kind of disturbing?
See,
like,
the thing is, I'm legitimately just not a Disney guy at all. Like, I may have watched everything when I was a kid, but to remember anything now, or if I've watched anything in recent time, I have no fucking clue.
Is Toy Story Disney? Isn't that Pixar?
That's Pixar. Still,
though, Toy Story has always. I love Toy Story. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love Toy Story. But knowing the idea that like, cause like knowing kids, like I know kids. I used to be a kid. I used to be one.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's crazy, man.
And there were times where I was a little rough with my toys, because I'd be fucking like making them fight and shit, and they'd be collapsing, and sometimes they break.
Right.
And I still play with them sometimes. You know what I mean? So the idea that like when I saw Toy Story, like every time I see Toy Story, I always think in the back of my head like, what if my toys are alive and like I just fucking play with like their friends like mangled bodies and shit like that, Sid style. And even the Sid like what's it called? Sid scene where he got like fucking haunted by all the toys. That
Sid was almost like the guy who made Frankenstein. That's what
pretty
he kind
much,
of
yeah.
was.
He got haunted by his monsters.
Out. That's the thing. The stuff he created, that freaked me out as a kid. I remember
that. Those scenes where like he was trapped in the room. That like from like that scene where he was trapped in that room all the way to the end, like of like him escaping. I've always found creepy.
Oh yeah,
always found creepy and
shit.
There's
some freaky stuff.
Even with like Buzz, like with his arm like off and shit like that. Like that whole scene has always just been unsettling to me. I don't know why. But yeah, like there's been a lot of like cartoons, honestly, that I grew up with that are kind of unsettling. Like
one of the things I pretty much remember the most is the Grimm's brothers, the ones that created the original actual Disney stories. That Walt Disney pretty much said, like, yeah, I'm going to redo these, but make them kid-friendly.
They made it kid-friendly, but there's a lot of fucked up stories from the Grimm's brothers.
Those are
like
bad.
The actual story of Cinderella, actual story of Snow White, actual story of, what's her name? Rapunzel and shit like that. Like, they're all fucked up.
They're horrible.
They're horrible. It involves, sexual assaults. It involves pedophilias. It involves
Murders.
a lot of really, really weird
Pocahontas,
shit.
I believe, was one of the worst ones.
Yeah, because
that
she
one
was a minor in
bad.
In the story. She was literally, I think, 14 years old.
Yeah, and they were
the
doing
guy
terrible
was like,
things
what, 23, 24?
Yeah, but it was
And I
also
was like,
because
what the
she was a native and they were doing terrible things to them.
Yeah, the real story of Pocahontas was fucking awful, man.
Those are the ones that I remember.
The fact that like Disney like just deteriorated these stories to just making them kid friendly to make money is kind of wild. You know what I mean? It's kind of fucking wild how they just twisted these stories. But
at least
if you ever read about these freaking stories, and honestly, I low-key suggest you do, so you can learn about the real stories of these fairy tales.
That's what you can do on Halloween.
Up. They're seriously fucked up, man. Straight out of a fucking like Reddit post. I'm telling you. And
creepypastas.
I just wanted to quickly talk about that as well, because there's been a lot of like creepy Disney / cartoon scenes that I've seen as a kid. I don't know, man. I've always been like looking out for like creepy shit in movies. So
I'm just not a creepy guy. I
I'm
like to look at things positively.
creepy dude. I'd be like always questioning shit. You know what I mean?
You are a creepy dude. Stop looking at my window while I'm sleeping.
I can't help it, man. Anyways, I guess we can move on to your. You have a first story there, or
so
what's your first topic? You're scared first. Spooky.
Yeah. So I went out of my way to do something a little bit creative for this episode.
Okay.
I got 2 stories.
Okay.
They may be real. I don't know. Because ChatGPT told me them.
You told ChatGPT to tell a real story, or you just told him to do a story?
You're gonna find out.
I'm gonna fucking embellish this shit.
You're gonna find out.
Okay.
So
I got kind of like a story too, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'll start with my first one, and then you can go to yours.
Okay.
So my first story. Let's set the mood here.
Okay, let's set the mood here.
All right.
Okay.
All right. On a chilly autumn evening, best friends Josh and John. I'm not telling it anymore.
Oh shit! Wait! Josh and what? What was it? What were the characters' names?
On a chilly autumn evening, best friends.
You might have to speak up. They can't hear you. Speak up!
On a chilly autumn evening,
Jesus Christ!
best friends Josh and John decided to explore the old abandoned Chesterwood mansion.
Ooh.
It sat on the edge of town. Rumor had it no one who entered the dark ever made it out without feeling changed.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get touched.
That's what I thought. Come on, Josh, John urged, flicking on his flashlight. It's just an old house. What's the worst that could happen?
This actually sounds accurate, because that's something I would do.
Yeah, like, and I would look at you and go fuck yourself. I'm not going in there. Josh hesitated, but his curiosity won out. That ain't happening.
Okay.
Together, they pushed open the mansion's creaky doors and stepped into a dusty, darkened hallway. Shadows danced on the peeling wallpaper as their footsteps echoed around them. The air grew colder as they moved deeper into the house. As they rounded a corner, they noticed a door slightly ajar at the end of the hall. I don't know why it says ajar.
A jar? I would fit a jar up my ass.
Yeah.
We should probably take this more seriously. Okay, get into spooky mode. Spooky.
The basement, John whispered. Eyes glinting?
Glistening?
No, it doesn't even say glistening. I don't know what that word is. Anyway, let's just say it says glistening with excitement. Josh shivered. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
This sounds like a fucking new plot, like a plot for a new Brokeback Mountain movie, bro.
I'm getting there. Would you shut the fuck up?
What the fuck? Okay.
Maybe it is. You don't know.
Okay. Get to the point.
I hope so. But John had already started down the stairs. Reluctantly, Josh followed. At the bottom, the faint outline of rusty chains hung from the walls. It's the Diddy Mansion. No. It's not. I just added that in. That's not true. That's not true.
I actually thought that like
No,
this
I
has
just-
something to do with like a horror fucking scenario where we just enter an old house and then he's just sitting in the corner with a chair made of bottle of lube.
I added that in just now. It's not real. It's not
fucking
part of it.
crazy,
That's
man.
not a
I
part of it.
almost killed the
That's
shit
not
out
a
of
part
it.
of it.
Shit almost
I
killed
wish
me,
it
man.
was.
Anyways, continue. Okay, rusty old chains for the sex dungeon. Yes, keep going.
Yeah, I fucking lost myself here. Suddenly, John's flashlight flickered, and then darkness.
Oh, God.
Josh? John's voice was tight, nearly breathless. I'm here. Josh's voice quivered, and he strained his eyes in the pitch black. Just then, they heard it. The sound of footsteps. Slow, deliberate, and close. Closer than should have been possible.
It's fucking Diddy.
Shut up. Who's there? Josh yelled, though the fear constricted his voice.
Who's there?
There was no answer, only the shuffle of feet. Out of nowhere, John's flashlight flicked back on, illuminating a figure mere inches from them. Face twisted and eyes widened with madness.
Oh, shit.
They turned to run, but the basement door slammed shut, trapping them in. Dude, maybe this is the Diddy Mansion.
Maybe it is the Diddy Mansion. We're about to get fucking touched by the Diddy monster.
They pounded against the door, screaming for help. The footsteps grew louder, a relentless rhythm, until suddenly, silence. Cautiously, they turned around.
He's lubing up.
The figure was gone.
Oh, shit.
Then a sharp, familiar...
He finished.
Yeah. Then a sharp, familiar laugh echoed through the basement. Josh looked at John in horror, realizing it sounded just like him. And then, another laugh, identical to John's, filled the room. Probably that one that you normally do. That. Yeah, like that.
The flight laugh?
Yes. The lights flickered on, revealing two versions of themselves staring back at them.
Frozen. Kiss myself.
Yeah. Frozen in fear, Josh and John watched their own doppelgangers approach. One of them reached out and with a sickly smile whispered, "You really thought you could just walk out of here?" Before they could scream, everything went black. The next morning, the townspeople whispered about the two friends seen leaving the mansion. Only now, no one could tell Josh and John apart. Both walked in eerie unison, never speaking a word again.
Damn, we got replaced by clones, man. That's all right. They can go to our fucking jobs, man. They can try. They can fucking try.
So the thing with that is, it left us on a little cliffhanger there. What do you think happened?
Probably did some tax evasion. Those two. The original us probably got diddled by the Diddy monster.
That literally sounded like a Diddy Mansion.
Not gonna lie, there were chains down there. We probably got chained up. You know what I mean?
Lubed
got
up,
touched,
oiled up.
lubed up in every single way.
Yeah.
Got our size our holes resized.
There
sorry.
you go.
Yeah. I don't know if there was enough lube for that night.
I don't know, man. 1,000 bottles may have not been enough.
That's pretty interesting, man.
I
like that twist with the doppelganger.
Right.
Yeah. Turn into Diddy, then a doppelganger. Like,
yeah. There
hasn't been any like really much doppelganger horror movies out there, to be honest.
And this is all unexplained. I don't even know how to explain it.
There should be more doppel. Maybe we will make this into an actual movie at one point.
Until Warner Brothers fucking takes it before we do.
Hell yeah, man. We'll fucking.
I'll sue.
The Diddy Party Mansion.
The
haunted Diddy Mansion.
The Diddler.
But yeah, anyways, I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty interesting story. But
I thought it was fun. I couldn't be bothered to find a good story to tell because I'm not smart enough with scary stuff. So I was like, "Why don't
you're
I
a bitch and you don't want to read this shit?
No,
you
it's
just
I don't
shiver
know
your
what's
timbers." Anyways, I mean, Reddit has a lot, man. Reddit definitely has a lot of like content for like scary shit. Speaking of which, I do have a Reddit post for one of my spooky topics. And I just saw this post where basically like people ask like, what's something that sounds like a conspiracy theory but is actually true? And one of the first things I read, one of the top comments that I read was
9/11.
Well, yeah, that's not even a conspiracy theory at this point. They fucking did that shit. But this one I read and I was just like, huh, I should probably get off the internet.
Oh.
But anyways, it goes like this. This guy with the username Friendly Engineer, he posted this comment. He basically said, in 2002, a cable technician named Mark Klein worked for AT&T in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And he was sitting at his desk when he suddenly received an email from his bosses that a representative from the National Security Agency, the NSA.
Was it the AT&T girl?
No, it's from the NSA.
Oh.
Not the big bajongas girl.
Oh.
And yeah, he would basically be coming to visit for some unspecified reason.
Right.
And he was instructed to give the NSA technician access to a cable substation for him to basically perform some work, whatever that work is, basically. And the tech did his thing, and Mark moved on without like ever thinking about it again. And a year later, in 2003, Mark was transferred to that cable substation, and by chance, he was assigned to monitor the internet room. And this was the room where all the fiber optic cables that carried like the country's internet traffic basically went through. This was kind of like one of the main hub at this time for internet. AT&T was and still is one of the biggest internet providers at that time.
Okay.
And this while he was reviewing all the engineering drawings, he realized that the schematics revealed a secret room, and more importantly, the plans showed cabinets filled with fiber optic splitters coming off every cable and feeding into this secret room. So every fiber optic that was connected from the internet room still has to go through the secret room out. So, and to make it even crazier, neither he nor anyone on his team had access to that secret room. No one knows what was in there. No one knows how they can get in. And then he did a bit of investigation, and he discovered that the NSA representative he had escorted to the previous year had worked to install the system, which was sending a copy of all the internet traffic that passed through the substation straight to the NSA. In other words, he had proof that the federal government had the capacity to tap into all internet traffic in the country. And I mean all of it, every email, instant message, electronic sales, medical or criminal records, research databases, literally everything, completely unrestricted access to the government. And obviously, any sane person, he was extremely disturbed by this shit, and he went to the higher ups. But again, when you go to the higher ups, it never ends well. He was essentially told to just keep it quiet. And when he retired in 2004, he linked up with a group of a group called Electronic Frontier Foundation, and essentially they're blowing the whistle. And he did interviews and handed over all his evidence to reporters. And there, you can still watch one of the interviews today, probably on YouTube and shit. And now that I think about it, why wouldn't the government tap into the internet traffic in this day and age? You know what I mean?
You think they don't?
Well, 100% the government is tapping into our internet access, bro.
They're tapping into our internets and they're tapping our asses.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, man. But I think the government is tapping into our internet records and shit like that. That's why I feel nowadays it's important to keep your privacy really important. If you have a server where you can back up your files where your government can't look into it, it's not connected to a network, that's good. But a lot of people don't do that shit. A lot of people are just mindlessly just using their computers. And I don't know, man. I definitely feel like the government is tracking us. Think about it. In Canada, how many network providers do we really have when it comes to internet? Majority of people really use Rogers, Bell.
So in Canada, the two biggest providers are Rogers and Bell. But the thing is, every sub network of providers
uses their networks.
They're
uses their towers.
Under Rogers and Bell anyway. So that's literally the biggest two anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So it would still be so easy for the government to spy on us, man. I really think in this day and age, especially social media, all this shit, the government's definitely spying on us, man. 100%. If you have internet presence at all, the government's probably got a record of you.
They're touching us.
They definitely gonna try to touch us, man.
They're snooping on us.
Diddle style. And then actually Hold on. Eventually, like, no one actually spoke out, like, other than like the group. No one really spoke out, and no one really seemed to believe it. And his story was eventually like what's it called, disregarded, and just kind of like faded away. But 7 years later, in 2013, this guy named Edward Shoden, leaked documents essentially confirming everything and then some. But basically, to this day, like, if you basically like told like someone that like the government is probably spying on us, they'd probably think you're fucking nuts. It's kind of like one of those things where, like, oh, they can't be doing that. Like, they have other things to worry about. But think about it. Think about how much funding, like, the government gets. You know what I mean? Like, they have a lot of funding that just, like, gets misused. And I feel like there's definitely something going on there when it comes to fucking, when it comes to spying on its citizens, bro. Like,
dude, they're tapping into our cameras.
They're definitely tapping into our shit, man. They're probably watching our podcast right fucking now.
Probably.
Like that meme of the FBI agent and shit like that. Like, there is probably some truth to that. And I don't know, man. Like, I definitely feel like, what's it called? Like, government's definitely spying on us in some ways.
It kind of creeps me out, because if you're ever just chilling, and maybe some people are perverted, they try to rub one out. What if the FBI agent just watches you rub one out?
That's probably what happens, man. He probably fucking gets a free show, like, almost every night.
Probably.
And you know what? I gotta have a word with that guy, because you guys gotta give me a tip. In this economy, I gotta get a tip for this shit. I'm not gonna do OnlyFans for the government for free.
True.
What is this shit? If I'm gonna sell my body to the government, I'm signing up for the military.
Good point.
Yeah, I got a point. Exactly.
Good point.
But yeah, I just wanted to quickly talk about that, because honestly, like, that's something that I've always, like, thought about. And reading this story kind of just confirms my own fucking conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I 100% believe the government is spying on us. Fuck you, Trudeau. But anyways, moving on to your next scary topic here. Hurry up, you little shit. Is it another ChatGPT story as well?
I don't know. Maybe this one's real.
Oh shit. Okay. I like me some real stories.
Maybe it is real. Maybe it's not. That's for your imagination to find out.
Yeah, this is definitely embellished.
I don't know what that means.
Am I using big words?
Yeah, you are. All right, this is for everyone's imagination. We're gonna set the mood again. Yeah. Feed it to me. All right. Okay, you stop. Josh and John.
Again. Okay.
Josh and John hadn't set foot in their elementary middle school in over a decade.
Ooh, okay.
In over a decade.
This is true.
Now,
that is a
in
fact.
their mid-20s, caught me off guard, I'm not going to lie.
Mid-20s is kind of wild. Okay.
See, the thing is, when I asked for this, I didn't specify any of this. It just gave it to me.
That's kind of wild. Okay.
So that's kind of wild. Maybe the government is watching us, but okay.
Okay, ChatGPT, you got to relax. You don't got to dox me like that.
So Josh and John hadn't set foot in their middle school in over a decade. Now in their mid-20s, they decided to return on a whim, both feeling nostalgic and a little thrill-seeking. They knew the school wasn't totally abandoned. It still held classes during the day, but at night the halls were silent, and a friend who worked security had let them in as a favor. They couldn't resist the eerie thrill of wandering the empty halls where they once roamed as kids.
That's definitely something that I would do, to be honest.
Honestly, just
I've always wanted to explore schools at night. You know what I mean? Like, not like like, just there's been a lot of creepy shit happening at schools. And I do got a story about that. I don't know if I've told this story, but I'll tell it anyway. But I'll do that after.
All right. As they stepped inside, the dim emergency lights cast long shadows. Their footsteps echoed through the halls, each tap of their shoe adding the chill that crawled up their spines. They joked to ease the tension, poking fun at old teachers, recalling pranks they'd pulled, but something felt off. They made their way to the science
Who was our 7th grade teacher?
Fuck, man.
Fuck that bitch, bro.
Fucking CUNT. That's what you are. Anyway, They made their way to the science wing, where the school's rumors always felt the creepiest. It was there that teachers had once told tales of a janitor who supposedly vanished years ago. Leaving his cart abandoned mid-shift, some kids swore he never really left, that he still roamed the halls, whispering through vents, searching for something he lost.
Looking for little kids, man.
It might be Diddy again, I don't know, dude.
That janitor is definitely Diddy. Oh.
As they passed by the old janitor's closet, they heard a faint shuffling. Both froze, exchanging...
Why are these ghosts always shuffling, man? Like, they're always doing the fucking spooky shuffle.
It's 2011 all over again. LMFAO is popular.
Yep, they're doing the spooky shuffle all over.
You heard that right? Josh whispered. John nodded.
Yeah, motherfucker.
John nodded. Probably just the air system. Or a raccoon. I don't know why, but okay.
Or a raccoon. I guess raccoons.
He added, trying to laugh. A raccoon.
I'm gonna touch that raccoon.
But then came a soft dragging sound, as if someone were pulling something heavy across the floor, just a few doors down. Instinctively, they inched closer to each other, both straining to listen. The sound stopped, suddenly, replaced by a low, ragged breathing.
Roll Raggy! Like Zoinks! Roll Raggy! Riri's about to touch us!
Okay. Hello? Josh called, his voice trembling slightly. Nothing. Silence. Suddenly, the emergency lights flickered, plunging them into near darkness. Panic began to rise on their chests.
Oh, shit.
As a figure appeared at the end of the hall. It was a silhouette. Fuck off, fantasy. A tall, hunched man pushing a rusted cart, his eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. Run! John hissed, grabbing... They bolted down the hall, their footsteps a frenzied beat against the linoleum floor. That's very specific.
Linoleum floor.
That's
is
very
crazy.
specific.
That is fucking specific as shit. They do anything with a story. Maybe we slip and fall and break our fucking necks.
I guess. They skidded around corners, their lungs burning, not daring to look back. Finally, they ducked into a classroom and shut the door behind them, panting as they pressed their backs against the cool wall. Their hearts hammered as they listened for any sign of pursuit. Think we lost them? Josh whispered. John nodded.
Yeah, man. Yeah, motherfucker.
Though he looked as terrified as Josh felt. They waited in tense silence until, slowly, their breathing steadied. Then the lights flickered again. The classroom door creaked open, and
God.
Standing there was their friend, the security guard who'd let them in. He looked pale, his face drawn and haunted. "Why are you two in here?" he asked, his voice oddly hollow. We saw something," John stammered. "A janitor. He was following us." The guard's face twisted in confusion. "Guys," his voice dropping to a whisper, "the school hasn't had a janitor in years. They never replaced them after they disappeared." A chill
That place probably looks like shit. Probably looks like Detroit.
Yeah, probably. A chill swept over them both, and Josh opened his mouth to speak, but his words caught in his throat as the guard's expression...
you got fucked by a ghost in your mouth. What the hell happened there?
Can I I'm literally at the end. Can I just fucking get through this, you son of a bitch? His face shimmered, growing paler and older, until he looked just like the janitor in the hallway. "Welcome back, boys," he rasped, as the lights flickered out completely.
That was it?
Yeah.
Wait. Wait. Was the security guard the ghost?
Okay,
repeat that again.
Let me go back to that because you interrupted the end part and now you're fucking confused. Okay. A chill swept over them both, and Josh opened his mouth to speak, but his words caught in his throat as the guard's expression shifted into a slow and eerie grin. His face shimmered, growing paler and older, until he looked just like the janitor in the hallway.
Oh my god.
Welcome
We
back,
were friends
boys.
with the janitor this whole time?
Yeah.
Damn.
Something like that.
We gotta ask that janitor what the fuck happened to him, man. That guy was probably on fentanyl in the corner or some shit.
Maybe, I guess. I don't really know.
He got stuck in like a cabinet corner or some shit. Who fucking knows? But honestly, I've always wanted to explore abandoned places. We might have to explore in doing that, yo. That's good content right there. We might shit ourselves.
I'm gonna shit myself.
And I'll have to bring some extra pants.
Yeah.
But that's worth it. Don't worry. We can get it from Walmart. Just get the poopy pants. We'll get some brown pants.
We'll get the adult diapers.
We'll get some brown pants, some adult diapers. But anyways, for my last topic, for my last spooky topic, this is kind of mysterious. You know the famous poem writer.
Edgar Allan Poe?
Yes.
Wow, that was a crazy guess.
Yes, exactly. Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay,
so everyone knows Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
He's a really famous, writer. But did you know the mystery around his death, like how he died? I never knew this story until I saw it on like a Reddit post. But basically, this is the mysterious death of Edgar Allan Poe. It all started when he went missing in Baltimore for several days.
Oh, that's why he was in Baltimore.
That's the first fucking red flag.
That's
first
the
of all,
first red
that's
flag.
the first mistake. He was in Baltimore. Ow, fuck. It doesn't look good that you're an 1800s a fucking cowboy whipping a monkey.
All right, stop it. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Anyways, getting to Edgar Allan Poe. He went missing in Baltimore for several days before he was found in a delirious state, H2O delirious, in October 3rd, 1849. So it was actually the same month this month. He just had his anniversary, his death anniversary.
Well, happy Halloween, Edgar Allan Poe.
Happy Halloween, Edgar Allan Poe. And he was reportedly incoherent. God, can you fucking stop that shit? Stop whipping the monkey, you cowboy.
I wanted to whip your ass.
And he was reportedly incoherent and unable to explain like how he got there, or like what the fuck happened like before that shit. There was also this weird thing where he was doing where he was calling out a name that no one's been able to ever identify. And the name that he would call out was basically like Reynolds. Like he would call out like Reynolds. So like his first
Ryan.
Ryan, have you been time traveling again? But yeah, he would just like yell out Reynolds. And when he was found, he was actually wearing clothes that weren't his.
Oh.
It was just some random clothes, and they didn't fit him. Like they were too big. It looked like shabby. Like it looked like kind of like a hobo kind of guy.
Okay.
And it just didn't look at all similar to what he would wear or what he wore the last time he was seen.
It was the Deadpool outfit.
Who knows? He was given the Deadpool outfit. He was eventually like taken to the Washington like college hospital, and he was semi-conscious for about 4 days. But he was experiencing like a lot of hallucinations, and he was very agitated.
They have fentanyl back in the day.
Probably.
That's
it was probably some kind of different form, to be honest.
That's probably it.
He was officially announced dead on October 7th, so he only really lasted 4 days. With on his death record, it was phrenitis, which is the swelling of the brain.
Ooh.
But they basically never confirmed what caused this swelling on the brain. It was still unclear like what actually killed him.
It was his genius.
He was too fucking smart, man. His brain just overloaded and exploded like my fucking balls.
Okay.
But there was also an issue of like it being in the 1800s and shit. I'm sure you're aware of this.
Yes.
Medical records get lost, and there's a lot of shit that theories like that came out about it, and there was like a lot of like speculative like stories and like, you know what I mean, opinions about it. The main theory that a lot of people think actually happened is back then there was this thing called cooping, so COOPING, cooping, and basically it was the act of a form of voter fraud where like people would get kidnapped. They would put in a disguise and they would force them to vote multiple times under threat, either like through a gun or they drugged them or some shit like that. So that is the most, I think, also the most plausible theory. I've never heard of cooping. I'm sure it's obviously illegal. It's a type of voter fraud.
I would assume so.
But I've never heard of that, and to me that does sound like something that would happen. Oh my god, I'm tired, man. But that does sound like something that's more likely to happen compared to just like some, what's it called, paranormal shit. I feel like a lot of times in this world, man, the paranormal shit isn't as scary as real people. Some real people are evil out there, man. They be doing some evil shit. It's an evil world we live in.
It's some freaky people doing freaky
It's some
stuff.
freaky people doing some freaky shit, man.
It's not ghosts. It's Diddy.
There was also like other theories that like included like alcohol poisoning. There were some people that said like he might have had rabies, which rabies is like a really serious thing.
Yeah.
Basically, there's this symptom of rabies where you can't go close to water. Like if water is close to you, you start feeling uneasy. If you start feeling that way, it's too late. Apparently, there's no saving you from rabies. There was also a theory of diabetes, which I've never seen a fucking diabetic man just randomly go missing and show up in someone else's clothes.
Yeah, that's unlikely.
Don't know where the fuck they are. Don't know what the hell happened. Like I've never seen that to any diabetic man. So, and there was also a theory of heart disease, where he had some kind of heart disease. But again, why would that cause brain swelling? I'm not a doctor or anything, but
I don't think that adds up either.
I don't think that adds up either. And there was also a theory of like actual murder where he was actually poisoned.
I feel like it's the voter thing, and then
I think so too. It's either that or someone like attacked him. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's not, I think, paranormal really. I think it's a work of some evil people out there. If you know what I mean.
Oh, Edgar, you silly po.
There's some evil people out there. There was also like a lack of reliable witnesses. Basically like on like his final days, like the accounts of like different people around him, including like those by his like attending physician, like Dr. John J. Moran, and they've all been deemed like unreliable because of how inconsistent like these stories were. And there were potential like embellishments when it comes to these like stories, so no one ever fucking found out what happened. Again, medical records were lost and shit. There was never any like DNA testing or anything like that back then, so this is probably a mystery that will never be solved. It's probably just gonna stay into a mystery, and people are just gonna keep coming with theories. Again, I think the most plausible theory is that the cooping thing where he got kidnapped. So that theory basically came out because at the time that he was he was kidnapped or he went missing, it was around election day.
Ooh, yeah, that makes most sense.
So yeah, to me that's the most plausible.
He got kidnapped, drugged, and then started hallucinating, started freaking out.
Yeah, something
that they put him with poisoned his brain and went.
Yeah, I think so. I think something. I think that's the most like likely scenario, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, that will. Do you have another scary topic? No, that's it. That will conclude our scary segment for this Halloween special. It's been a nice spooky stories. We got some nice spooky stories there. Some true, some not.
We don't know. We don't know.
That was true.
True fact.
But anyways, we are now moving on to our favorite segment,
the spooky edition.
You have spooky memes?
No,
I don't either.
No, I just felt like saying that.
Special. I didn't know we were doing spooky memes. But anyways, oh god, right, look at my fucking skinny ass chicken legs, man. Let me hide that shit, bro. All right, but anyways, we'll do this shit. You know the drill.
You gotta click that one. You gotta unmute it, exit out,
and then okay,
and we're good.
Now we can actually look at our meme of the week.
My
First,
honorable mention.
Your honorable mention,
yes,
as
sir.
usual. So,
it kind of pisses me off when people talking about drinking and driving, because I take this sport very fucking seriously. Oh, I just smacked a fucking deer. What the?
I just smacked the fucking dude.
So, a lot to unpack there. He's doing his favorite sport, which is drinking and driving. And then he smacks a fucking deer.
He's the Michael Jordan of that shit, it looks like.
Multi-sport athlete. The only problem is, it's gonna be hard to pull that off to insurance.
I mean, he couldn't even pronounce insurance, he said, so.
Yep, so.
But anyways,
This
now
one,
for...
maybe a little bit controversial. This is a... I don't know if this will get us canceled, but this is a scene from a very, very old movie. So back then it was fine. Now, probably not. But
we'll see.
go ahead.
Fuck it.
This is a long one.
I'm sorry to bother you, Doctor.
That's all right. Now who is it?
Doctor, there's a young woman in emergency. I can't find Dr. Lucas, who's supposed to be on duty.
All right,
And,
all right. What's the problem?
she seems to have a foreign object lodged in her... V-A-G-I-N-A.
Yes.
A foreign object.
Yes.
Wonder what it is.
So he needs a minute here. He's got to spell it out.
This guy's fucking illiterate as shit.
He figured it out.
Let's go.
Now he figures it out. Okay,
Let's
okay.
get this shit over with.
Where's the foreign object?
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's definitely a foreign object right there.
A little
It's
bit
definitely something foreign.
A little bit controversial. This movie was from the 70s, I believe. And in case you missed it, there was also a gong at the end of that.
Yes, I heard. I
All right.
definitely heard.
It's very
But that was that. He was definitely a foreign. But I definitely did not expect that shit.
I know you didn't. I didn't either.
But anyways, now for my honorable mention.
All right.
You know why I pulled you over, right?
It's still going.
Got a long piss.
It's just still going.
Sam
So, the thing that kills me about that clip is before he even gets to the window, you already
It's already
see water.
wet. That
So
was
this-
not their first take,
No,
bro.
it was not. That took multiple attempts.
They didn't even like bother to wipe that shit just
No.
to make it look like it was their first time.
Nope.
They didn't give a
They
shit.
thought it was even better that
But
way.
now, for my meme of the week, this guy just got his test results back today. You know, he's quite
let's see
happy.
what happens.
Dude, okay, but I'm just saying, you were.
Oh my god, dude.
What's up?
I got my test results back finally. Oh my god.
For what?
I've been waiting for forever, I don't know.
What is this?
Oh, thank god, dude, I'm negative. Oh my god!
Negative for what? Dude, this is an IQ test.
Whoa, it's a big ball, it's good!
Oh my god, it's negative! Thank God! This is an IQ test. Oh, the big ball! Oh, the big ball! I think I dropped my phone somewhere there. But,
Oh my
anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of the podcast, our spooky special. A little bit of spookiness. Next week, we'll be back at it again with some more anime topics, so watch out for that. But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace!
Stick 'em up,
Later.
cowboy.